Hey there plant friends! I have finally gotten around to filming my houseplant tour. I know it's been a while, but I got there in the end. Just a few things I want to flag before you watch this video. Firstly, the audio is atrocious. My camera does not have a good microphone and you can just constantly hear the clicking of the camera strap. Yeah, it's terrible, but unfortunately I don't have enough time to refilm it, so my apologies. Secondly, you are not about to see all of my houseplants because quite a few live outside, but you are going to see all the ones that I always have in my bedroom. I live in a granny flat, so I just have a bathroom and a bedroom, and you are about to see it all. Without further ado, here is my houseplant tour. So we'll start off with my bathroom. Here in the doorway I have a big golden pothos, and then down here, this was my first ever houseplant. It is a Calathea Freddy. Unfortunately, it got a really bad thrips infestation and we got down all the way to just one leaf, but luckily it's bounced back, so hopefully it'll get back to its former glory. And then over here next to it we have our Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. This one has been an incredibly fast growing plant. Like, I think it's almost doubled in size since when I first bought it. So I have that one trailing up the wall here. Then next to it, I have this Syngonium podophyllum. This was my second ever houseplant. I believe this is the mini pixie variety. It too succumbed to the thrips infestation, which I treated with neem, and that burnt a lot of the leaves. But we have new growth coming in there, so hopefully it'll bounce back soon. Next to it we have this Calathea Beauty Star. It has been a surprisingly easy Calathea to care for. And then in the corner here I have my ever faithful CZ plant. And on the other side of my toilet, down the bottom here, we have a Calathea makoyana. This has to be, I think, the easiest Calathea to care for. It is my only Calathea that has not had any major pest problems. Then next to it in this jar I have a Pellionia repens. It really loves this terrarium environment. It has grown heaps since when I first bought it. Then on this little stool next to the toilet, this is a little baby air plant, a little Tillandsia. Then in the corner here, don't mind that yellow sticky trap. This is an Alocasia Ivory Coast. As you can see, these leaves have really bad spider mite damage, but it's just put in a new leaf here, and so far it doesn't look like it's had any spider mites. So then next to it down here, this is a Tillandsia Sentosa Grey Star, obviously a little baby version of it. It has had a bad time with both thrips and spider mites. Same with this guy here. This is Alocasia amazonica Bambino. It has grown heaps since when I first got it, even though it's still really small. But yeah, it has just been a magnet for spider mites and thrips. Pretty much all three on this stool are my biggest pest problem plants. Okay, then moving over here to my shelving unit. This was also one of the first houseplants I purchased. It is a neon pothos. When I first got it, it wasn't trailing at all, and now it's going all the way down. So yeah, it has just been a really wonderful, reliable grower. Next to it, this is a bird's nest fern, one of the really crinkly leaved ones. Normally ferns and I do not get along whatsoever, but this one has actually been growing really well for me. Then down here I have a little baby heartleaf fern. I wasn't sure if I would be able to care for this one at all, so I decided just to get a baby one to start off with. And then down here is my evidence of how bad I am with ferns. This is / was a button fern. It has just not done well for me. I think it missed a watering or two while I was overseas, and since then it has just not bounced back at all. And down the bottom here I have a Maranta, the red vein one. This one had a really bad time with thrips and I thought that I was going to lose it, but it has bounced back over the summer and it's put out lots and lots of new growth. It's even got a little flower there for me, which is really exciting. And then next to it is my very sad Calathea ornata. When I first bought this one was a very full plant. Unfortunately now we're down to essentially 3 leaves. This leaf is all but done. It had a really bad spider mite infestation, and which occurred while I was overseas. But also this one is just a magnet for spider mites, so yeah. This one has been a difficult Calathea to care for. On top of my medicine cabinet, that's just have a Syngonium cutting just sitting in a whiskey bottle in some water. And then I have here in my window, this is going to be horribly backlit. So my philodendron lichens going all up and around on the window, and then up on this little shelf here. This is a little baby rabbit tree, which has been doing very well for me. I probably need to put it up another size soon. And then hanging here I have this Snow Queen pothos. Then moving on into my room, these are 2 east facing windows. That big double door there is south facing. Normally all my curtains and blinds are open, but in order to maintain some privacy I'm keeping them closed while I'm filming this. So moving over to my desk, so this is a green flame fern. It was sitting outside and it got a little bit sunburnt, but it has grown incredibly well for me. Then back here I have a snake plant cutting. It has done like nothing since I put it there, but that's okay. Then down here, this is a Syngonium podophyllum Maria Illusion, I think is the variety name. Then this Calathea up here, I don't know how to pronounce the name, it's a French sounding thing. It's a cultivar. And then this is an Aglaonema. I don't know what type of Aglaonema this one is, but I suspect this area, because we're a long way from a window here, it's a very low light area, and I think this one with the pink leaves is not receiving enough light here. So I will probably replace it with a more green-leafed Chinese evergreen very soon. But yeah, these are all incredibly low light plants here. And then moving on to my bookcase. So up here I have another Syngonium podophyllum cutting. This one came out of my mum's garden. And then this is another Syngonium. This is, I think, the neon pink variety. Again, it's probably not getting enough light up there in order to maintain the pink. Then here I have my Scindapsus pictus. I forget what variety of it is, but it has grown incredibly well for me. And here is my Monstera saltipicana, which has just put out this leaf, which is very exciting. And then this is my spider plant, which came from my neighbour. It unfortunately got some thrips, so we lost a lot of new growth, but it looks like it's beginning to bounce back. And down here, this is a type of Ripsalis, so a jungle cactus. I'm not really sure on the species name of this one. And then next to it here, this is my black pagoda lipstick plant, which has just done so well. It probably really needs to be potted up a size as well. Then down here, this is my Peperomia Napoli Nights. Yeah, to be honest, I forget about this one all the time, but it seems to be doing okay down here. And then I have some string of hearts cuttings propagating here. Yes, they are propagating in a gin bottle. And then this is a sorry, my camera keeps wanting to focus on Ryan Gosling's face. We'll just move Ryan Gosling's face there so my camera will focus. So this is Hoya Mirrorball. So it's one of those ones that have the see-through leaves. And then this is some propagated cuttings of Ripsalis. And this is another Hoya corpora, so another one with the clear tops of the leaves. Alright, and then down here, this is my Philodendron Birkin. It was also a victim of thrips, hence why some of these leaves look a little worse for wear, but it has bounced back. This is its newest leaf here, which, look at that variegation. And then in here, this is my Calathea orbifolia. I put it in this jar in an attempt to keep the humidity up. I don't know if that's really working. This one just really does not want to survive for me, so I may end up giving up on this plant very soon. Over here, this is my Pilea glauca. I forgot to water this plant for a while, so it lost a lot of leaves, and it is starting to go a little bald on top. That's just normal for plants, but it has grown incredibly well for me. I really love just how delicate the little leaves are, even though it does drop leaves all the time. Okay. And then this is a Tillandsia Belmarx Emigre, I think is the cultivar name. This one also came from cuttings from my neighbour. It has grown incredibly well, got new growth coming in there. And then this is a tiny little bit of Hoya cutting. Then we go up here. This is my Rhaphidophora decursiva. When I first bought this one, I thought it was a Peperomia pinnatum. Turns out a lot of plants in Australia were mislabeled. And then up here, this is a recently new addition to my collection. This is a Calathea elliptica, I think. Alright, and then down here, I have 2 attempts at propagation. This is what is left of my Peperomia rosso. The roots had completely rotted off, so I'm attempting to reroot it again. And then this is what is left of my Dieffenbachia, because I overwatered it and it got really bad root rot. So most of these pieces have grown new roots, so soon I will repot it back into here. Which is where it was. This is a piece that I thought was okay. Turns out it's probably dying as well. And these are more Syngonium cuttings just sitting in a jar of water. This is my variegated rabbitry. I believe that this is the ruby variety. Sorry, these are all going to be horribly backlit again. This is my little Peperomia window seal. So I have a Peperomia obtusifolia lemon lime. It has not done anything for me since I first got it over a year ago. And then this is my Peperomia graveolens. This is also really not grown at all for me. Then this is a recently new addition because I killed my other Peperomia caperata, so I'm trying again, and this time I will definitely make sure not to overwater it. And then this is my Peperomia piccolobanda. It's a weird one. Its leaves just face all weird sort of directions, but it's alive, which is the main thing. And then this is my Peperomia, I believe it's a Peperomia clusifolia variegata. It also got really bad thrips infestation, and we lost almost all the leaves, but as you can see it's putting out new growth there, so hopefully we're making a comeback. And then on the end here, this is not a Peperomia, this is a Pilea Peperomoides. It has also not been the best grower for me. We are finally putting out some pups there, which is exciting. But yeah, as you can see, its leaves kind of all look a bit weird, probably because I wasn't giving it enough light. So I'm hoping putting it in an east-facing window will do it much better. And just up here I have, this is a Philodendron Brazil growing here. Alright, on the other side of my bed, this is a Scindapsus pictus exotica, I think, so the one with the really big leaves. And then down here, these are all my Hoyas. So this is a Hoya species Affinity Bertinae. This is a Hoya obovata, Hoya Mathilde. It's a bit hard to see with the light. And then this is a Hoya Kentiana. Well, at least that's what it's labelled as. I'll have to wait till it flowers. It may in fact be a Hoya Shepherdii. Then hanging here, this is my Dischidia ovata, or the watermelon Dischidia. It has been an incredibly fast grower for me. This is my Hoya lacanosa. Then here, this is my Hoya cartesii. And then this is my Hoya carnosa. So yeah. Then down here I have two Calatheas. This is my Calathea White Fusion. The fact that it is still alive is such a miracle, but right now it is just infested with spider mites. So after I've done filming this, I'm going to go clean that one up. Then this is my Calathea medallion. Okay, then over here on the other end of my dressing table, this is a peace lily. Then I have a Dischidia riscifolia, which is just putting out, focus for me please, just starting to put out some new growth there. And then this is my Hoya zengii, just growing very well. And then my Hoya carnosa compacta. Then down here, this is a type of fern. I have no idea what type of fern it is. My cousin gave this to me for Christmas, and I suspect that they put it in far too well draining mix because it dries out very, very quickly. And then this is my Monstera deliciosa, which has recently put out its first split leaf, which is very exciting. Yeah, it grows surprisingly well here considering it does not get any direct light. Alright, then over here, this is a Peperomia obtusifolia. That was a baby fiddly fig. It's pretty much dead. It did not, we had a sudden cool change and it did not enjoy that. Over here, this is a Monstera adansonii cutting. This is another Chinese evergreen, which puts out incredibly pink leaves. Another Syngonium cutting. Oh, my Philodendron Pink Princess. Its most recent leaf decided to put a big pink splotch on the underside of the leaf for some reason. Don't know why. And then this is my latest addition to my collection. This is a Alocasia makoyana or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's also known as the purple sword philodendron because it has these wonderfully dark leaves and wonderfully dark stems. I'm still working on trying to make this section look good. I feel like at the moment it just looks kind of like a jumbled mess, but it is what it is for now. Yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions about any of the plants that you have seen today, then please leave them in a comment down below and I will do my best to answer them. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and if you want to see more plant related content, then please consider subscribing to this channel. I hope you are all doing well in this crisis and that you are all looking after yourselves. Lately I have been linking a number of helpful resources down in the description box just in case you're having a rough time at the moment. I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and until the next one, bye.